It's your girl, Lady Mocha. And you know I'm going to always pour you a cup of truth, and I'm going to always break you off with a slice of knowledge. What's up, everybody? Good evening, Diva Knowledge. What's up, everybody? Good evening. It is your girl, Lady Mocha, your Diva Knowledge. Cafe de Paris Lounge. Talking a little lower than usual. It's because it's 11 o'clock here, p.m. here in Savannah, Georgia, and my family is asleep, and my husband has to get up early, and my daughter has to get up early for school. So I'm trying to be a little bit more low-key tonight or whatever. So on that note, I want to thank all of my subscribers, all of you who have been so loyal to my channel, my day ones, those of you who are just getting on board, and those of you who are viewing my channel for the first time. I want to thank you for stopping by to check out my channel. I'll welcome you at Mocha's Cafe de Paris Lounge, and I hope you continue to drop by, because here, this is the most non-biased content that you're going to get exclusively here from your girl, Lady Mocha, here at Mocha's Cafe de Paris. Okay, so moving right along, I thought it was imperative that I did this content. I did several topics on side chicks before. This is nothing new under the sun. This has been going on for centuries, since the biblical times. You know what I mean? You know, Samson and Delilah. I mean, this has been going on for centuries, okay? But unfortunately, this is a new recent story in new hood rat news, basically. This story basically comes from out of Tuscaloosa, Alabama. I hope I am saying that right. Tuscaloosa. Y'all, it's late, so if I'm pronouncing it wrong, please forgive me. But basically, the story is coming from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. An Alabama woman was arrested for allegedly shooting her boyfriend because he refused to sign divorce papers, all after arguing with the victim's wife over a Facebook video call. Okay. Kiana Kamen of Tuscaloosa, Alabama, was taken into custody on August 15th and has been charged with attempted murder. Um, Police were alerted to the incident when the victim's wife reported that she was witnessing her husband being held at gunpoint on a Facebook call. So basically, this side chick had basically was holding this guy was basically holding him at gunpoint, and she was doing it through a video call to the wife. So as the wife, you can only imagine seeing that your husband's side chick is holding him at gunpoint with a gun, and she's calling you on this video call. Okay. Camden had allegedly shown herself holding a gun to the victim's head. The names of both the victim and the victim's wife, this is old because their names have been released. But anyway, I don't know if he is okay, and I don't know where he is in Tuscaloosa. The victim's wife, who was in Hoover, Alabama at the time, had written in the Facebook status, "Can someone help me? I'm at work and I'm about to lose it. I think she shot him." 2 hours later, the victim's wife updated her status. "She blank shot him. I'm about to lose my blank mind," she wrote. Police responded to the shooting at around 10:30 a.m. The victim had been shot in the torso, said Tuscaloosa Violent Crimes Unit captain. He was taken to DCH Regional Medical Center. He remains in critical condition. Cameron was described by investigators as the victim's girlfriend. She allegedly had become enraged by the victim when he refused to sign divorce papers. Cameron, who had filed for divorce from her own husband last week, according to the paper, told police that the gun had gone off while arguing with the victim's wife on the call. The victim's wife said that she was threatening the victim's life during the argument. Cameron is being held at the Tuscaloosa County Jail with bond set at $60,000. Crime Time is the destination for breaking news. Okay, so anybody who wants to read more into the story, you can actually go to oxygen.com. Woman allegedly shoots man after victim's wife witnesses him being held at gunpoint over Facebook. Um, so as you can see, this is not a very pleasant situation that this gentleman has got himself into. I'm going to be showing everybody some clips momentarily, so just bear with me if I am all over the place. It's a lot of pieces of the puzzle to the story that I'm trying to put together momentarily. Guys, just some pictures, because when you show videos and things of that nature from other sites, sometimes you can get flagged. It's a copyright issue. I don't want any of those problems, so I'm just going to be. I love to do the videos, but it's just too complicated. And just reiterate on the story a little bit more. Victim's wife said Cameron called her via video chat on Wednesday, showed Mistress was holding a weapon to her 30-year-old husband's head. 2 hours later, the wife posted on Facebook, he's been shot. Cameron arrested police and charged with attempted murder. So the side chick was charged with attempted murder. She was angry at him for not signing divorce papers. I'm going to get this gentleman's name because I keep saying him. I want to get his name for y'all. So let me see if I can. Okay, his name is Jermaine Hawkins. Okay, so Mr. Hawkins basically is the gentleman that is unfortunately in critical condition right now. Cameron divorced her husband last week and was waiting for him to do the same. So basically, Mr. Hawkins, his current, how you choose to call it. Basically, what has been going on is quite for some time. Mrs. Cam and the side chick has been having a fling with Mr. Hawkins for quite some time. This has been something that's been going on for a long time. And I guess the wife got to the point and stated, you know what? I see my husband is not going to leave this side chick alone. So guess what? I'm going to go ahead and file divorce papers and let her have it, which I find is very graceful for a wife to do, because many wives, for good reason, are very hell bent. They normally don't let a side chick just, you know, intervene in a marriage to the point to where they're willing to divorce papers. You have some women that are like this. I'm his wife. I've been here from day one. Hell no, I'm not going anywhere. It is what it is. If you want to keep screwing my husband, so be it. I'm not leaving. I'm not going anywhere. I got the house. I got the kids. My bills is paid. I'm the one that hold the keys. I'm the one who got all the security codes. I got the passcodes to his safe and everything else. So most women, especially married women, are very hell bent. But this woman was woman enough, which I commend her, to say, you know what? I see this is what you want, so I'm gonna let you have this. I'm gonna be woman enough. I'm willing to give up my marriage just so I don't have to deal with this drama. I don't have to deal with this chaos. So I definitely want to commend the wife, as big of her, to just, you know, leave him to deal with this chaos by himself. But unfortunately, even though the wife was the one who put in the divorce papers, the victim, Mr. Hawkins, he was not really officially ready to divorce his wife. He basically wanted to have his cake and eat it too. But the thing about it was, this time he had a wife that was not willing to fight him, not willing to go toe to toe with him. She was willing to let go. So he was given a free room then to be with this woman, to be with the side chick officially. The wife wasn't trying to stop him. So the opportunity was golden for him to leave. And he would not take up on it. He would not agree to signing the divorce papers. And that ended up basically opening a can of worms to this side chick, Kiana, really going in on him and whatever. Let me get back to the details. Cameron, ex-wife, divorced her husband last week and was waiting for him to do the same. Um, the Miss Cameron, Kiana, side chick, threatened to kill her lover if he did not finalize the separation. Court papers say. Husband did not want to divorce his wife, so basically, it put her in a rage to the point to where she ended up doing a live video call. Now, this was after the wife left you alone. Now, she let her have this dude. This side chick still wanted to bring the drama to the wife, so she video chat with the wife at the time the husband was in her presence. So basically, she's waving her gun around and all of this and doing all this extra stuff. Um, Husband still in critical condition after being shot in torso at around 10:30 a.m. So basically, he's fighting for his life at this moment. Wife posted on Facebook that Cam and side chick called her via video chat, and she was holding the weapon to the 30-year-old's head, her husband's head. Um, Shocking grasp on a Facebook Live showed Cameron pointing the pistol at the camera while the wife looks basically in total shock. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share this screen because I know everybody has no idea what's going on. So just give me a moment. I'm going to share this screen with y'all. Moving a little slow. Okay, this thing loves to act up. Okay. All right, it's trying to go in now. Okay, right now as we speak. Okay, so basically, hopefully everybody is seeing this. If you're not seeing it, I apologize. Being that I'm not going live, I can't really tell if somebody's seeing it right now. But anyway, this is the side chick here. This is Kiana. Um, she is I guess I don't know if that's the husband there. I can see his arm or whatever. But as you can see, she video chat the wife, and this is the wife here. She has a gun in her hand, waving a gun around, basically letting the wife know, that I'm really going to give him the business. He would not sign these divorce papers. So I'm going to have to show this Negroid that I am a force to be reckoned with, okay? I did a video on this, y'all. If y'all haven't seen it a couple of days ago, how women will allow their emotions to pimp them. And that's basically what has happened. She's been dealing with this dude for a long time. She's been screwing this dude for a long time. She's been messing around with him for a long time. And to find out that, now that his wife was willing to leave him voluntarily, now this dude got more excuses than a Negro in jail. He has all these excuses as to why he does not want to divorce his wife. So basically set her over the edge, okay? So I'm going to stop sharing. I just wanted y'all to see that. I know I'm going to be sharing some more stuff eventually. But basically that's what's going on. Um, give you some more information. This crazy ass bitch Kiana Cameron just caught me live with a gun at my effing husband's head. I don't know if he's okay, and I don't know where about he is in Tuscaloosa. Can somebody help me? So basically, she's at work. This couldn't have been a worse time for this broad to bring this chaos to her. She's on her job, feeling helpless, feeling defeated. So of course the wife is hysterical. She's losing it on her job. So all of her employees is there seeing all of this event transpire. So she's yelling out, "Can somebody help me? I'm at work. I'm about to lose it." I think she shot him. So that really, really, really had to be a very awkward position and a scary position for her to be in. Police arrived at property in the 1600 block of 27th Street in Tuscaloosa and found the husband shot in the torso. Um, The wife told cops Cameron was threatening to kill her husband if he didn't finalize the divorce. Cameron has been charged with attempted murder and is in Tuscaloosa County Jail at 60,000 bond. Okay, so I'm gonna see if I can share this lady's page so y'all can see who she is. Like I said, I'm doing a lot of back and forth because I want everybody to be clear of the situation and know exactly what's going on. So I'm just setting up some things right now so we can go ahead and get all of this pieces to this puzzle orchestrated. Okay. All right, I got her picture up. So I'm gonna go ahead and share with y'all again. Okay, we're gonna share this again. All right, so as you can see, this is her Facebook profile. This is Kiana Camen's Facebook profile. As you can see, she's a very attractive woman, has a nice figure, is very well put together. That's the most appropriate way I could put it. She's a very nice looking woman. Now, keep in mind, um, her and Mr. Hawkins have been having this fling going on for a long time, which is the reason why the wife was in process. She had already filed a divorce a week prior before this incident went down to happen. Now, as you can see, this dude had become so comfortable with the side chick, he wasn't even being discreet with it. This is a picture of Mr. Hawkins and Kiana coming together here. As you can see, she's lovey-dovey, she's in love, and this is him, knowing he still was married at the time. He was so bold and comfortable. He didn't even try to like hide it or try to at least, have enough respect and not embarrass his wife. But this is the chick. As y'all can see, like I said, she's a very pretty woman. The type of woman physically that if any man was to run into her anywhere, most likely he would be attracted, towards her. He would like to get to know her. He would be interested in her. Like I said, all crazy chicks are not just ugly chicks. You have some very beautiful, attractive women out there, such as Miss Cameron herself, that come with a lot of baggage, that come with a lot of psychological problems. So, fellas, you cannot be deceived by the looks. Here's some more pictures of her here. Her Facebook account is open, so you can go log on it yourself and look at all of these pictures. I'm not going to go through all of this. Y'all get the idea. She's an attractive woman. She has a daughter, looks like it. And like I said, she's already acknowledged him as basically being her man. If we go to her about, she's already claiming him, saying she's in a relationship with Mr. Jermaine Ocho Hawkins. Now, let's go on her timeline because, like I tell y'all, a lot of women these days, they have learned to make Facebook their diary. They put all their feelings on there, they put all of their emotions on there. They don't know how to try to keep their emotions or keep things that they're going through keep things that they are going through to themselves, basically. So I viewed her timeline and it gives me a little indication of what type of female she is. Um, she's very territorial. Like I stated, she knew this man was married, and guess what? It didn't stop her from claiming him. But basically, she posted it on her public profile because anything you put on Facebook is public information. She's claiming this dude and telling everybody they're together. Um, it's a couple of posters she got here where she's tagged a couple of things. How I expect to be treated at all times. So as you can see, she's acting like a woman who's already in a relationship. She's acting like her and this dude is together. It doesn't matter to her that his wife filed divorce papers because his wife got fed up with him cheating on her, lying to her, and all of that. It don't eat her conscience up. It don't bother her not one bit because in her mind, she's already made herself entitled in a sense to where she feels like this dude belongs to her. Doesn't matter that he's married. Doesn't matter he has a family. And this is the thing that a lot of men have to understand when you're dealing with side chicks. In your mind, you may have a different agenda. This may be somebody you just like to have a good time with. It's somebody you love to sex with. You love the physical parts about it, but at the end of the day, you really can't do nothing with a side chick psyche, because in her mind, while you looking at it like it's sex, in her mind, she's looking at it like it's a relationship. She's already claiming, dude, look at what she has on here, y'all. Him said just because. Okay, every little thing he does, he buying flowers, every little thing he does, she's posting it because in her mind, this is her man. Um, Let me see, I'm on Facebook to joke and lie. Don't you text me about none of this shit. Okay. Like I said, she's definitely a piece of work. I don't care what nobody say. You can feel when the mother effer changing on you. So her posting this type of stuff already lets me know, you know what I mean, that he already was getting himself in a very um chaotic situation, because already she was getting in her feelings. She's giving signals that she felt like this dude was trying to straddle the fence on her. You know what I mean? So this could be for anybody, but I just have reason to believe that it's particularly towards him. I believe sometimes these side chicks, when they get possessive, they can tell when the man they're dealing with is becoming distant, or the man is becoming kind of frackle, or he's changing or switching up on her. A lot of side chicks don't like that because it scares them. I swear from now on, everything I do is going to be about the ham. For all of y'all who don't know what ham is, hot ass mess. Okay, so this is already red flag, red flag, red flag. You're dealing with a drama ass queen here. You're dealing with a narcissist. You know what I mean? Um, she has here on August 8th. Now, mind you, all of this was posted before the 15th when this incident actually took place. Lord, I just want to scream. Okay, so you can tell she's very, very, she doesn't handle her emotions good at all. She doesn't handle um problems. She doesn't deal with things in an adult manner or a civil manner. She's on Facebook voicing her opinions and voicing all her emotions. Again, a lot of these drama queens like to use Facebook as a diary. They put all their feelings on here to get co-signers, to get other hood rats to boost them up. Yeah, girl, blah, blah, blah. If I were you, I will have to go handle him. You know what I mean? Hood rats have a way of provoking other hood rats. Got here just about on very quiet skills. Okay, this could be pertaining to something else. I really can't say it's about that situation. But this is her daughter. So I can imagine what her daughter is going through right now, but y'all get the drift. I'm not going to go through this woman's page all through this whole damn chat. Okay, now this is the dude again. Before I get ready to log out of here, this is him again. Let me see. I'm a damn lover. What you think? Want to kill me all at the same time? Yes, you are. Now, here he is. He's co-signing and boosting up her ego, basically making her feel like, she's this main chick. You know what I mean? Yes, you are. Oh, you love it. Of course I love it. I mean, dude has really went all the way in. You know what I mean? So he basically, now I see why he ended up in this situation to begin with, because he really, really was leading this woman on to where she really thought she had something special with him. But I'm gonna go ahead and log out on this or whatever. I don't want to spend too much time on this. And this is his page. Yeah, we might as well go to his page before we log out. This is him basically, and he claiming her in a relationship as well. All right. So as you can see, he was down by law. He wanted to be with her too. He didn't, regardless of the fact that he's married. Now I'm sure about him being married. He has family. He has people, his in-laws, his wife people, um, his people, seeing him drooling all over this woman. And the divorce papers the ink ain't even dry on his divorce papers yet. And he's really, really claiming this chick. I mean, he's acting like he's head over heels with her. Now, I don't know if this is the daughter he had from the wife or what. But yeah, I'm not gonna spend no time on this. Before I digress. But all y'all get the picture here, okay? So Let me get ready to get out of here and everything. But this is a whole lot that I wanted to do with this content. Now, as you can see here, she's been arrested. She's here in cuffs. She don't have the whooped up. Her hair wasn't definitely done on this here. She just been through a train wreck. Like she done been through hell and back. Look like reality has sinked in now. That she's being arrested. She's realizing now this is the reason for the boo-hoo tears and all of that. Reality has really sunk in. I got myself in a mess. I really effed myself up. And the sad part is she has a daughter. Um, she has a daughter that's going to be affected by her actions. Basically, her future is going to be ruined. She's going to be locked up. She's going to be doing prison time. Now, mind you, she has attempted murder. If this guy dies, y'all, and he's in critical condition, it's going to go from attempted murder to murder. So she better hold on to her seatbelts because she might have written herself a check that her behind is not going to be able to cash. But I'm gonna get out of here because computer moving slow and these stuff is uploading real slow or whatever. I don't feel like dealing with it. I don't know what's going on. But y'all get the picture here. Okay. What people have to understand is what these gentlemen, what these men have to understand these days. Dealing with these side chicks now, the cost is just too high. It's too expensive. It is just way too much stuff you're not prepared to deal with. Now, basically, this dude was already married and he allowed himself to get so comfortable to the point he was so open. He had this broad all over his Facebook. He was acknowledging her, just straight up had no respect for his wife. And my thing is right now he's in an intensive care unit. He's fighting for his life. And basically he's fighting with his karma. You know, all of what he took his wife through. Now he has to deal with that. He has to live with that. This is his karma. And this goes for anybody that's married, even if it would have been his wife messing around. You know, when you open the door to the enemy, you don't know how many demons you allowing to have access into your life. When he opened the door to the enemy, which was this side chick, he basically put himself in a very risky position to where not only is costed his life, it's going to cost him his life and it's costing him his life, it's costing those who had nothing to do with this bull crap he created. And that is the bad part. What people got to understand is when you decide to step outside of your marriage or your relationship, if you're already in a committed relationship, you don't have to just be married. If you are already in a committed relationship and you tell this woman or you tell this man, I'm going to be with you for life, you who I want to be with, there's nothing else should be added to the equation. But when you allow your greed, your selfishness, and your arrogance to get in the way of you, you will make decisions like this. And then in the long run, it comes back to haunt you. Now, the sad part about the situation is, like I stated, this man, she shot him in his torso. He's in critical condition. I can only imagine, y'all, what is going through his mind right now. I know right now his mind is operating because evidently he's not brain dead. So I know right now he's at least able to just really imagine. We'll do some surgery with the situation, y'all. Imagine being in the situation that he's in. Can you imagine what he's thinking right now? Evidently, he can't talk and verbalize I was wrong. He can't explain himself right now. He can't apologize right now. He has no abilities to verbalize his regrets with this situation. So can you imagine the torment of laying there in a hospital with tubes connected up in and out your body? You know, I've seen, if anybody has ever been in an ICU unit, that is a very, very, very painful experience. If you ever had a loved one in the ICU, to see them laying there with tubes hooked up to their body, it's very, very painful. I could imagine what this guy is thinking because right now, that's all he can do is think. He can't get up and just apologize to his wife and apologize for the decisions he made. I know right there he's really, really thinking deep, like, you know what? Damn, I'm here in this bed. My life is slipping. before my eyes. My wife was the last person who I remember witnessed me being in a situation. How could this woman do this to me? How could she take my life away from me? Could you imagine what he's thinking? And the bad part about it, y'all, is he can't do anything about it. There's nothing he can do. But what I'm hoping he's trying to get it right with the Lord right now. I pray right now he's asking God for forgiveness. I know he can't verbalize it, but I know mentally he's probably saying in his mind, sorry 1,000 times over. And I know right now all the regret has really manifested. And I know now he's wishing that he never even met this woman. He never became a part of this woman. But this is what happens when we allow greed and selfishness get to us. What happens is it comes back to attack us, and it's unfortunate that this woman allowed herself to get so emotional over him to the point to where she messed her life up too in the process. Because if this man dies, like I said, y'all, she's going to be in jail for a long time. And even if he doesn't die, she's still going to do prison time. Her bond is $60,000. She was so stigmatized to the point she didn't even consider her own daughter. She did not consider who else was going to be affected by by her actions. Matter of fact, neither one of them did. And that is what happens, y'all, when it comes to these and adultery. This is what happens. This is what happens, ladies and gentlemen, when we allow our greed to basically get the best of us. Um, we don't think about the consequences. Most people who participate in these type of acts, they are not thinking about nobody but themselves. And the part that they don't realize is they're going to have to meet karma. And like I tell people all the time, as a grown man, as a grown woman, you are allowed to do what you want to do. Nobody can stop you from doing what you want to do. But the problem that you have to realize is you don't get to choose the outcome. You don't get to choose the consequences. You can choose who you want to screw. You can choose who you want to lie, manipulate, but you don't get to choose the consequences that are going to come behind it. You don't have a say so in that. And I'm sure that is what Mr. Hawkins is thinking right now. I'm sure right now he's on his deathbed and he's dealing with a lot of regret right now, and the sad part is it's so going to be affected by this. They both have children. Mr. Hawkins, his ex-wife was already dealing with a lot of hurt and a lot of pain from the fact that she had to divorce this man and let go of her marriage. Now this is going to add more pain on to what she's already dealing with. Now she's going to have to explain this to their children. um Daddy is dying. Daddy may not make it. I mean, come on. And the same thing, somebody's going to have to go to her daughter and explain to her daughter, mommy's in prison right now. Your mom is locked up in jail now. Well, why is mommy locked up? Oh, mommy was messing with somebody's husband. I mean, it's nothing funny about this. It's just truly, truly sad. That it resorted to this point. And basically, the thing is, what you may have to understand, I'm gonna tell y'all why it's really risky these days dealing with side chicks. I'm gonna tell y'all why y'all have to be even more careful. Because what y'all have to understand is, back in the day, side chicks had different motives. Back in the day, I mean, don't get me wrong, people have always been cheating before time. This ain't something that just been going on. People been dealing with side chicks. I mean, ask Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn Monroe was a side chick. The JFK, I mean, the list goes on, This has been going on for centuries, but back then, the side chicks today are different from what side chicks were back in the day. And this is why you have to be even more careful, gentlemen, because back in the day, a woman could be a side chick and she was just happy alone with just getting your time and getting your pipe. She was okay with that. Long as you was breaking off and spending a little time with her here and there, you was giving her some pipe here and there, throwing her some money, taking her to dinner once a month. Side chick knew her position back then. So side chicks back then, they didn't create the kind of trouble with these side chicks that they create. What has happened, y'all, is side chicks today, they're not just satisfied with getting your money and getting your pipe. What you have to realize is Side chicks have basically put themselves in a demonic phase, meaning that they are no longer with just happy with just you throwing them a few dollars, you taking them on a few trips, and you throwing them some pipe here and there. That's not good enough anymore. What has happened, y'all, is these women don't want your money. They don't want just your pipe. They don't want to just um get your time. They want to destroy. It's about destroying. Back then, like I said, side chicks back then, it was all about having fun and you know, it was just act out of fun. It was just to act out of, you know, everybody getting what they want out of the deal, but everybody staying in their place. These females today, they want to destroy you. They don't just want your money. They don't just want your penis. They don't. They want to destroy. And the reason a lot of them have got to the point now where they're not just satisfied with getting piped from you, whatever. The reason they want to destroy you because a lot of them are already have placed a lot of self infliction on themselves. Meaning, a lot of these side chicks, they are already women in a lot of pain. Because if you think about it, anytime a woman has to resort to dealing with um man's another woman's husband, that's already a woman in pain because any woman that has any real confidence, has any real self worth, or has um, real self esteem, she's not about to make herself second choice, regardless of what, because she values herself as a woman. So anytime a side chick is happy with being a side chick these days is because she's damaged goods. She don't feel worthy enough to get her own man. She don't feel confident enough or worthy of herself to go get a man that doesn't belong to someone, that doesn't already have an attachment. Her self-esteem is so low. Even this woman here that I showed you, who's a beautiful woman, just because a woman is beautiful, has a nice body, that don't mean she has high self-esteem. Because if she did, again, she never would have resorted to dealing with another woman's husband. Now, let's say even if she didn't know, but in this case, I knew she knew. That's why she wanted him to file a divorce paper. So this woman was very aware that he was married. Now, there are some situations in which some women don't know, but the moment that woman finds out and she still chooses to stay because she has made excuses in her mind, well, I already been messing with him this long. I mean, I can't stop how I feel about him just because I'm married, then, just be prepared that um as a woman, if you put yourself in that situation, you definitely set yourself up to get hurt. Because like this gentleman showed, he had no intentions on leaving his wife, even though his wife wanted to leave him. And that's the bad part about it. But what happens is, again, sex has got a lot of people's judgment misclouded. When they get in that bedroom, telling what he's telling her in the bedroom in the heat of the moment, and she's feeding off of that, thinking that he means what he says when really he's allowing his lust to make him say things that he really don't mean. And you have some women that do the same thing. It's women out there who cheat too, who mess around and know they got husbands at home and they'll mess with some side dude or whatever, and it goes both ways. But as you can see, cheating has some very devastating consequences. Like I told all of my subscribers a couple of days ago about the Carla Hughes story. She was messing with the married man, and he was the coach at her school. They had a little fling, and he acted like he was going to leave the wife, but over time she caught on that he wasn't going to leave the wife, so she allowed her emotions to pimp her, and basically she killed his wife, and his wife was carrying their first child. So this is what I'm saying, guys. You got to be careful now, because not about just getting money and having a good time with you. These women, they want to destroy you because a lot of them are miserable. A lot of them are feeling like they're to the bottom. A lot of them have pretty much given up on life. When this woman made this decision to shoot this man, she pretty much gave up on life. That's basically what it boiled down to. Even though she was a pretty woman, evidently she had a lot of issues, mental issues, low self-esteem. Something wasn't right upstairs. The elevator didn't go all the way up upstairs. Something definitely wasn't right. And for him as a man to be that selfish and to have two of these women um emotionally just in a up and down, and I have both these women in an emotional roller coaster. That was not fair of him to do that. And I'm sure he realizes that now, but it's unfortunate that it took him to damn near lose his life. And this man may not make it. And the thing is, if he does make it, he's not going to be the same. She shot him in his torso. So you don't know what kind of physical problems he's going to have coming out of this. If God does have mercy and spare him, I hope right now, if he has a chance to see God, he's really trying to make peace with him and really prepare himself to cross over, because unfortunately he put himself in a very bad predicament. And what a lot of ladies and gentlemen out here understand, you got to be careful with the decisions that you make, because you can't do over certain mistakes. Everything doesn't allow you to do over. There's life is not going to always grant you a do over. Some decisions you make, you stuck to live with. It's going to affect you for the rest of your life. You got to live with it. And if my heart goes out more than anything to his wife, and my heart goes out to the mistress, her daughter, her family. I'm sure her family is very embarrassed. She probably got parents. I'm sure she got girlfriends who are looking at her right now like, Kiana, really, 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 Kiana, you really allowed this fool to let you take it there. And I'm sure right now she's off of her nasty high. She's off of her hate high. And I'm sure now that she's in jail, she's been in jail for a couple of days, she has come to her senses. I'm sure now it has registered that this man may very well die, and you shot this man, and you got a daughter. I'm sure she called herself um, being a stylist and all of this. All of your dreams, everything you ever built for is gone. And this is why the Bible is so hell bent, is so strong when we're talking about adultery and fornicating, because this is the problems that come along with it. This is why it's important, thou shalt not commit adultery, because there's so many dangerous things that can come out of situations like this. People just want to take the Bible like, like it's just a pamphlet you find in a doctor's office. But it's a lot of valuable information and wisdom in the Bible that would protect you from getting in situations like this. And again, it's unfortunate that so many people are going to become hurt behind this. The mistress has a family. Mr. Hawkins has a family. His wife, Miss Hoskins, has a family. It's very sad. It's very unfortunate that it has gone to this extent. But I strongly believe that he was trying to have his cake and eat it too. He kept laying with this woman, and he was allowing this woman to claim him in public. This was deeper than a side chick. He had an actual relationship with this woman. And like I tell a lot of men, just because you tell a woman, okay, I don't want no relationship right now, I'm just looking to have a good time. And even though at first she may initially understand that, and she may act like she respect that, she may say, okay, well, I'm fine with you, just want to be friends. She may initially say that, but if you saying that, but you're treating her like she's your woman, you being in that, you taking her places, y'all going out to dinner, y'all traveling out of town, you screwing her 3-4 days out the week, she got you posted up on Facebook. Come on, you do stuff like that. There ain't no side chick. Y'all in a relationship. Even if you never claim her, even if you never put a ring on her finger, it don't matter. You put all that time. The more time you invest in a woman, the more emotions and feelings she starts building for you. She starts developing for you. And I don't care if she tells you, oh, I don't care if you see other people. If you randomly, you going to bed with her continuously, you taking this broad to bed, you taking her out of town, you treating her like a girlfriend, you can't do that. And especially if you are married men, please, please, please leave these side chicks alone. Do you want to be like this dude here? You laying in the bed and your life is slipping before your eyes. You got to cross over and explain to God, you know, what happened. And you got to leave your children behind. He may not be able to come back from this and tell his kids, Daddy's sorry. Don't do better than Daddy did. He may not be able to apologize to his wife, y'all. It's real. You know what I mean? You know, um, Unfortunately, I don't really see this going well for him. I believe even when he does crosses over, his spirit is going to be so unsettled because of how he left here. You know what I mean? So I just very felt it was very imperative that I shared this content, that I shared this message with all of my ladies and all of my guys. But I'm also mentioning this to the ladies. Let me tell you, ladies, something. If you're dealing with a married man right now, or if you're thinking about dealing with one, you are definitely putting your heart at risk, and you definitely putting your self-esteem at risk, because I don't care how good a man looks, that doesn't mean he's your man. That does not mean he's the man for you. I don't care how much y'all have in common. If you met this man and he already had a wife, he already had a family, do not put yourself in that position to where you end up dealing with this man, because you're going to end up catching feelings. And what's going to happen is, depending on how deep those feelings become, you're not going to take well to him wanting to be his wife. You're going to feel like you got cheated. You're going to feel like he's been playing you. Well, really, you've been playing yourself. Once you know a man is married, even if he doesn't wear his ring, even if he comes up with all these excuses about, I'm not happy, I'm not satisfied, if that was really the case, he would divorce his wife. I mean, literally, he wouldn't even be with her. Don't fall for the okie doke. Me and her don't even sleep together. I don't even love her like that. Until he has actually left his wife and moved out, got his own place, and you see signed divorce papers, don't fall for the okie doke, really. And the thing about it, what a lot of these side chicks got to understand, you already cheat yourselves from the beginning, because the problem is you've accepted them knowing they had someone, and they know that. And in the back of a man's mind is the fact that you were willing to be with him even knowing he has somebody. That's not going to motivate him to take you serious. That's not going to motivate him to really want to have a future with you. Now, I know I've heard some cases in which men have left their wives to be with their side chicks. Even if you hear 1,000 stories like that a day, that don't mean the same thing is going to apply to you. Stop living off other people's fantasies. Just because another woman was able to marry just because a side chick was able to marry a man and he left his wife for her, that don't mean that's going to work the same way for you. And even for all the men who are doing it, they are just as wrong. But guess what? They're going to have to deal with karma, and they're going to have to deal with uh, judgment day, really. So, I mean, it is what it is, y'all. I mean, this very sad situation. I definitely want y'all comments. I would like to know what you guys think of this situation. Do you really, really think that, men today are still very gullible to this side chick trend, thinking that, okay, it can never happen to me. I'm too smart. I got too much ego. That'll never happen. I mean, what you guys think? And I want to know what you ladies think. What do you think as far as, side chicks like her that have put herself in a position to where now she has allowed her emotions to get the best of her, to where she's going to be losing everything? And how do y'all feel about the wife? I mean, I really want to know all y'all's opinion on this whole situation, because it's really sad. But on that note, my heart goes out to everyone in this situation, even though they shouldn't have been involved with each other in the first place. But it's still the fact that two lives are being lost. One life is going to be in prison. The other life may very well be under the graveyard. So it's still a very sad situation. Um, I would say they both got what they deserved, and in a sense they did. But at the same time, people fall short. People make bad decisions. So, it's just very unfortunate. But again, I want to thank y'all for tuning in and dining out and rocking out with your girl, Lady Mocha, here at Mocha's Cafe de Paris. I know, like I stated before, I'm still working on getting my videos back to where they were. I'm just still working on the situation right now with my bank, so I can go ahead and get my videos back to the way they've always been, where you have always been able to see me personally do my content. So just trust and believe I'm working on that. It's just a couple of things that got to be done. But in the meantime, I got to work with what I have, which is my avatar, y'all. Okay. So on that note, it has been wonderful. I appreciate all the donations. I appreciate y'all for all the positive energy, all the positive feedback. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so when I go live, you don't miss out on these wonderful recipes that I have been serving you. On that note, is your girl, Lady Mocha. I'm going to always pour you a cup of truth and break you off with a slice of knowledge. Talk to y'all soon. Love y'all. Take care.